I got something fun today. So after several months of these not being available and only scalpers basically having them, I was able to actually get one for myself. The Asus, however they want to say it, RTX ROG 3090. So a little story behind this guy. For anyone who does not know, NVIDIA launched a new graphics line back in September. This is now January, mid-January, and they have been struggling to have any kind of supply that is worthy of even saying they even exist almost. So basically the scalpers and the bots, and they've been basically buying all these up. Well, and I've been like watching the websites almost every day, but I don't have a bot. So, well, I ended up having an investment that paid out and decided, you know what? I don't want to be with my 2060 anymore, which is a backup GPU. I want to go ahead and get one. So for the last month, I've been on eBay bidding on them and seeing what happened, and disappointed to see what the markup was. And then a couple weeks ago, Asus basically put out an update saying they are going to be raising their MSRP price. Well, crap. The MSRP price was going to go up. So at this point, I'm like, well, I'm going to go ahead and check with the scalpers, see if they caught wind of that and have they raised, or the market hasn't adjusted for it yet. And it really didn't quite. I was able to get one for, and mind you, the MSRP, old MSRP was like $1,800 US for one of these guys. Massively powerful GPU. New MSRP is pretty much $2,000. So I decided, well, I have an investment that paid about $2,400. That's like, well, this is kind of my tech fund. This is my toy money. So I decided, I pulled the trigger. I was able to get one for about, after tax and shipping and all that stuff, for about $2,300. So still more than I would want to necessarily spend, but I still want to get one. And I already waited 4 months now for one, and still have not been able to get one. And I don't see this changing anytime soon. I predict we're probably gonna have a big shortage, probably until even fall of this year. Kind of annoying, kind of frustrating, especially for gamers, but there's a number of things that go into that. One of the big ones is, this was a major generational leap from previous graphics card lineup. Like, probably since Pascal 3 generations ago, but probably even more of that was probably the 6800 series, when that was basically made NVIDIA pull ahead of AMD and, well, at that time ATI in major steps. And the other thing is, we're still in this whole global, national, statewide lockdown stuff. And with hobbies being limited, PC gaming, and people working from home, well, people are building PCs like they've never had before. Like, the desktop PC market has basically been recovering in incredible ways, with new gamers coming on and people working from home, so they need something that has a little more power to and more reliability than just a laptop that they bought for typing Word documents and browsing Facebook. So, all that to say is, I finally got one, and I'm really excited. My birthday is like less than 2 weeks away, and this is really exciting for me. Let's get these straps off here. And crotch. Oh. And what side's the front here? Up. Yes, I did upside down, or they package it upside down. Oh yeah, that thing's heavy. Well packaged though. That's a good box. I'm gonna use that for some burning stuff. Here she is, here she is, here she is. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Well, first impressions on just the box quality, like it has this kind of interesting finish for the print. It's like this, it's hard to tell by looking, but it's like it has this kind of a neat finish, kind of almost a plasticky finish on the box. And take off some of the seals, but man, that feels great. All right, let's pop this one off here. I don't want to damage the box. I don't really want to damage the box at all. It's such a nice box, I want to save it. I have a shelf above my computer that I basically put the boxes of everything that's in it, sort of as a, I don't know, monolith, so to say. You know, to recognize all the glory inside a little bit. Box that right back up and put that right on the side there for the rest of this. Okay. Whew. She's a beast. Oh. Wow. Man, that's like, that has to be over a foot long. But we'll get to that in a second here. See what else is in here. What's this thing? Well, some cable ties. That's kind of neat. What's this thing? Looks like, is it a ruler? Oh, fascinating. It is basically a keychain ruler up to 11 centimeters and basically 4¼ inches there. It has some longitude, latitude on it. Is that what I'm looking at? Some other info on it. I'm curious. Showing like some AC and ground signs and some power signs. Interesting. I've never seen this. I mean, it's not that I've never seen a ruler before, but I've just never seen a ruler that basically comes with a graphics card. Looks like this is probably going to be the how to put the graphics card in the computer guide. Ooh, I guess if you're getting trading cards, got a kind of neat trading card thing here. They have like specs, overclocking, max 4 bars, heat dissipation 4 bars. Kind of comic, classic 90s holographic kind of look. I remember those holographic covers. Oh man, I had some good issues of those. I wonder if I still have those. Well, yeah, I digress. All right, what else is in this thing here? Oh, okay, looks like this is a badge, a metal magnetic badge you can probably pop on. So I'm wondering if there's a spot on the graphics card to actually swap that out, because it's kind of pretty specifically cut there. And let's see, we have our thank you for purchasing a Asus. Each Asus graphics card is meticulously crafted throughout, tested to deliver the quality you expect from a premium product. We hope you enjoy your purchase. To download drivers, blah, 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 go to this website, blah, 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 blah. And let's see, we have the manuals. to speed your setup, or speed setup. English. Unscrew thing, plug screw in, plug power in, make sure you have right power. And that's one page of English. The rest is every other single language for probably every single country that they sell in. Just kind of makes me feel like part of a global community here, right? Man, I want to do something with that trading card. I don't know what though. I don't know what I can do with that. All right, let's put this back in there. Put this back in there and put my keychain ruler back in. And we'll leave out the magnetic thing or the metal thing, seeing if I can use that. Man, I like good unboxing experiences. They just make you feel like they actually took time to make you feel like you got something. Oh, wow, so massive. Maybe that's why you need the ruler. You need the ruler to measure how massive this thing is. Whew, wow. Put that aside. You know, I'm tempting to grab like my 2060 and put it side by side just to show how much smaller it is, but basically my 2060 only goes to about here on it. So it's like almost like there's a whole different third, but so much of this is just heat sink. And I really am liking that they're kind of doing this blow through design where basically we got 3 fans on the bottom. And they're going into this massive, looks like, basically it's probably like 1.5 inches, if not thick heat sink there. Radiate. Well, I wonder if it's a vapor chamber too. Yeah, I think it is a vapor chamber. But yeah, this is kind of the key thing. 3 8-pin connectors. You gotta have a beastly power supply to run this thing. Fortunately, I learned that lesson the hard way years ago when I wanted to put in, remember the GTX 690? That was 2 GPUs on 1 card. Man, that was a power hungry thing. I had an 1100 watt power supply, and I ended up getting a second one of those GTX 690s. And it just couldn't handle it. It like would not boot up. It just crashed immediately. So I was like, screw this. I'm gonna get a power supply I will almost never have to replace. So I did. I got a power supply. I got an EVGA 1500, Nova 1500. It was the first smart power supply that they had. And that hooked me on the smart power supplies because I love that you can actually like just open up a software and you can actually see what your actual power draw is, control your fan curves on the power supply. And I think the only other one that does that now, EVGA doesn't do it anymore. I think the only one that does that now is Corsair and their lines. Thermaltake I think does some of it, but I don't think to that degree. I know I have a Thermaltake one and a Corsair one, but I've not seen anyone else actually do the hook it up. Anyway, back to this monster. Feel that peel. Oh, that is beautiful. That is just gorgeous. I'll put this back on until I'm actually in the case here. Yep. Let's see what we got on the back plate. We have, looks like 3 DisplayPort adapters, 2 HDMI. You know, and I really like the way they did this layout here, because now, just the nature of how this is, you don't have 5 5 displays you can hook up to this. You have 4 displays you can actually run off this, is my understanding. But the nice thing is you have 2 HDMIs and 3 DisplayPorts. So DisplayPort has a better bandwidth and HDMI, even HDMI 2.1. But the nice thing I like about what they did here is the layout. This layout is great, and the reason is they have the HDMIs stacked right on the end and the display ports in a row. No guessing where they are, because like you can now feel around and be like, okay, the two that are at the end are my HDMIs, and all the other three are my display ports. So when you're handling a computer and going behind it, you don't want to basically be trying to figure out what one it is and then have to pull the computer out to try to get it. Yeah, anyway, I digress. Well, not sure if it's worth $2,200, not just by looking at it, but man, I had a RTX 2080 Ti, and I really have to say I love the design of this. The 30 series is so much better than the 30 series heatsink. And this, if I recall correctly, is an RGB strip, so that can be controlled. And I think the GeForce lights up too, maybe? No, it doesn't. It's just really reflective metal. But man, that'd be nice if it did. All this trim along here, it's not plastic painted to look like metal. These are all actual metal pieces all along here. That, and even around the fans, all little metal badges and just metal trim pieces. Like, it's just a nice touch that they're doing on this thing. It really makes you feel like you bought a premium product, kind of like I said earlier. So the Asus ROG Strix one is supposedly one of the kind of the beast on the market of the RTX 3090s that are out there, with better power delivery. But anyway, that's my unboxing of the the GeForce RTX Asus 3090 ROG Strix GPU. Let's have some fun with it.